whenever, eventually. Okay, we be live. You mean tell me I ain't got but two people in chat, Sniffer and Sassy Cat?
Really? Where's
Yeah,
everybody at?
I don't know.
Oh, it's because you're live on the wrong day.
I'm bullshit.
This is
I know.
Tuesday. You're supposed to go live
No,
on
it ain't.
Wednesday.
Don't play that with me. I know better.
And I woke up this morning thinking it was Thursday. That messed me up completely.
All right. We got them popping in chat now.
Well, I do got something for you that I was thinking about. Oh, what's this?
Just call me Cash. Send it to my address.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If
I
you're new here,
ain't-
please subscribe.
Okay. I'm not new, so be quiet.
Okay, I have no idea what that
I need that for my theme song.
is. I can't hear half of it. Oh, yeah, we don't want that.
Well, what we're deciding, I don't want. I will say, it's hump day.
What it is.
I feel for anybody who had earplugs in.
Lake blew out my eardrums today.
How did she do that?
Well, she's very quiet inside that fish tank. I can barely hear her, so I have to crank the volume way up. And then at the last second, some music pops on, and I'm
Oh Lordy. That's rough.
I don't know if she stuck her head in the fish tank and had the camera out here. I could barely hear it. I'm like sitting like this trying to listen.
Now, see, women in general, you got to watch because they do stuff like that. Just to mess with you. Oh,
well, you remember what you were talking about?
which
I don't know
which
if it was
time?
last week or it was on my live or something. You talk about Judgment Day.
Yeah, I
And
remember a little something about that.
You standing in front of God and he tells you to hit the road,
Right.
And well, I started getting into it a little bit, and
Hello, Vineyard Chicks.
I know this is kind of going a weird way, but Matthew 7:21 says, "Not everyone who calls out to me, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven. Only those who actually do the will of my Father will enter on Judgment Day. Many will say to me, Lord, we prophesied in your name, we cast out demons in your name. What was the other one? Perform miracles in your name." And this is what Jesus would say, I never knew you. Get away from me.
That's what God would say at Judgment Day. I never knew you.
Yeah. Now, I find weird ways of trying to work this out, and this is how I and because I always thought it meant, the sinners, the people who didn't have a relationship with him.
No,
those kind of people. That's what I thought, but it's not.
No, it's not.
Now, my way of thinking of it is, you remember in the 80s and the 90s when you had everywhere you go, it was secondhand smoke kills.
Right.
It was in the newspapers and all that stuff. Well, you would go into a gas station or a restaurant and smoke go in your face, and you were so freaked out. Oh, I'm gonna get cancer. I'm gonna die. And it what really wasn't that way, but that's how it felt. And it's going to sound weird, but I kind of made it as a version of that is secondhand Jesus. It's when you have people say your mother was real religious, and the reason I got this was from a story that I heard. There was a guy that had a heart attack and was doing really bad in the hospital. So a preacher came in and asked the guy, he says, do you have a relationship with Jesus? And he said, my mother is really religious. She goes to church every Sunday. She prays for me, so I'm good. And shortly after the guy dies, he goes up, and Jesus says, I don't know who you are. Go away. And he says, how do you not know who I am? My mother prayed for me and this and that. Oh, your mother. Oh, we know her. She's already up here. She's a wonderful woman. I got a good relationship with her. I don't know you. And that was that's how I think of it, as like a secondhand Jesus. It's where people think, well,
they're doing the right thing.
My friends have a relationship with Jesus and they pray for me, so I'm good. And I think that's where it is. And what it is, you need to have a relationship with Jesus or God, however you want to look at it.
But
As long
remember
as you
this,
have a good relationship and do his work, you're good to go.
but you got to look at it like this too. Until you accept Jesus, you'll never see God.
Oh yeah. That's what that secondhand Jesus, because there are so many people that even the people will sit there in church and they go over all the stuff, they say amen and they do prayers and they do all this stuff, but they don't have no relationship. They don't, it's not in their heart. They don't let him in. And it's
No,
it's
I want to address this. RL, this is my way of thinking, and this is what I was told back in my younger days. All you have to do is to believe in Christ and do his work. He does not ask you to understand him. All of that will be revealed after we get to heaven.
Oh yeah, you get to know all that stuff.
Yep.
It's beyond our comprehension to even try to understand God.
Exactly.
I think that to a certain degree. I mean, he knew us before we even know ourselves right now at this moment.
I believe this right here, and I've heard it said back in my younger days, and I believe it. I believe we were all angels in heaven before we become, let's say, humans. Okay, I believe that. I think we are in a test in a matter of speaking. Are we worthy to stay in heaven or what? That, that's how I believe. This is our last chance to get into heaven and stay there.
Y'all ever heard the saying, no God, N-O, no God, no peace, no N-K-N-O-W, no God, no peace. Y'all ever heard that one?
No.
I haven't
Hold
either.
on. Hold on, I'll put it in chat. I probably explained it bad.
But you was gonna say something, Bushcraft.
Oh, I said we started off and I got it is something that I was thinking about when we were talking about it last time. And then I came across it, and that's what I thought about was our conversation about that. And that's why I said as long as you have he's in your heart and you have a relationship, you're good. Because that's why Jesus died to cover those sins. Now, if you keep doing it over and over again and don't care that you're doing it, then that's a different story.
Exactly.
Yeah. But
now,
if you have remorse over what you're doing and like, oh, I'm good, all I have to do is repent and I'm good.
Now there is a thing called I hope I get this right, an unwillful sin, where you sin but you don't mean to. But the way I understand it, if that happens, and as soon as you realize what you've done, you're supposed to ask God for his forgiveness.
Oh,
right
yeah.
there on the spot.
I mean, every day, that's not a bad thing to do. Ask for, say, I'm sorry.
Right.
I was bad today.
The sins known and unknown.
I got pissed at this driver today and blew up instead of just forgiving and moving on.
Yeah, you're right.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt, and you feel better after you say you're sorry or ask for forgiveness.
Well, now if you having a hard time going to sleep, lay down in the bed and start praying. The devil will put you to sleep because he don't want you praying to God. For one thing,
it doesn't even have, and because it doesn't even have to be a prayer, though. You can just sit there and talk, have a conversation.
Exactly. Say, hey, how you doing? How was your day? Yeah. And don't never pray to get something for yourself either. And don't never pray for yourself like.
Well, you can pray for help and stuff like that, or knowledge to make a better decision, or not
better
like
discernment.
Can you make sure I win $1 million tomorrow in the lottery?
That ain't gonna work.
Yeah, none of that.
No, it doesn't work for me.
Well, see, now coming up, we had dictionaries and encyclopedias, to where like that right there. But as soon as I got married, I threw all mine away. Well, see, my wife knows everything. She tells me that I'm having a good day, or if I'm having a bad. Oh, she even tells me I'm happily married.
Oh, I seen a married guy.
I'm gonna get killed as soon as this is over.
And I thought of Jeff, and I said, "This be a tattoo Jeff would get." It was on his middle finger. It says, "Yes, dear."
Hey, that's a good encouragement right there.
I don't know how long he kept that finger, but
Yeah.
Dixie, Grace is telling you to go ahead and get the frying pan out. She's got it right there in front of her, Grace.
Good thing you ain't got one of those USA frying pans.
I've seen that. Where in the world did you get that picture from?
I took it. I don't know if it's. I got to look it up. I don't know if it's a franchise or like a local thing, but it's a
Can
place
you
called
imagine?
Carolina Pottery,
huh.
Okay, I'm familiar
and
with the name.
the prices
That's
on most of that stuff. I mean, you can't beat it.
well. Now, can you imagine making a flapjack in that thing and serving it?
Oh man, they even. Of course, it's the newer kind. It ain't like the kind your grandma used to have, but
Oh,
the ones that shaped like corn on the cobs for your cornbread.
yeah.
Yeah,
They even they even had some of those in there.
yeah, those are good for making hot dog buns with bread.
And corn dog.
Dude, in
No,
every
No,
well,
size cast iron you could think of.
if I'm not mistaken, that company is based out of around Greensboro. I think they got a Greensboro address.
Might be. Like I said, I don't know if it's a. It probably is a franchise more than likely. But this place is huge. Gardening
Yeah.
stuff, uh,
I don't know if it's somebody else.
jars. It's a good place to get some jars from.
Huh.
Yeah.
Every
But I
every
wanted to,
once in a while, Aldi's will have them little skillets. The only
yeah.
the only thing is, you almost need to get a wire brush on a drill because they got the little beads sticking up out of it all over the place. It's not very smooth.
Now, believe it or not, I've got a frying pan in there. I don't even know if it'll hold one egg or not. That's how small it is.
Oh,
They got something like that in there, little one servers.
Oh, trust me, it's a one server, all right. About like an appetizer.
I did get me another peeler, and I finally got me one of those. You see people like they crunch up their ground
Yeah.
beef and stuff with. That's got the little 8 forks on it.
eight
I got
fork.
one of those finally.
Oh, you can get some eggs in that.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger than I thought. You know,
Oh
you
yeah,
ain't gonna
it's
put
like a
no
flapjack
ostrich
maker.
egg in there. So I think that's the one she carries in her pocketbook.
That's is that the backhander?
Yeah. And somebody who's wanting to snatch a purse, she'll take it off and let them have it in a heartbeat. She'll take it off about as fast as they can snatch it.
Especially if you got a good arm and a good throw.
Dude, trust me. I married a true country girl. She's got a good arm and she's got a damn good left foot too. Matter of fact, I think that's the reason I got hemorrhoids today. She used to have some of the best and the fastest reflexes of anybody I know of.
What was y'all's weather like today?
It was nice.
It's beautiful. I mean, it had a little chill, but other than that, as long as you was moving around, it was good.
If I'd have thought about it, I'd have brought me a fishing pole today because I went by
Dude,
a couple of lakes, or one of them was a lake. It was more where where there was a dam over there.
dude, you always carry a fishing pole with you, regardless.
I don't know how well done, but it'd still be good just to sit out there and go.
Dude, I have stood in the driveway in a mud puddle with a fishing pole, and people going by blowing the horn like, "Catch a begging," knowing darn good and well there ain't no fish in there.
I think it got
But
up to
that,
65 here today.
ain't that something? What is it, next week? Wednesday or Thursday? We supposed to be tapping the 70-degree mark.
I think Wednesday and Thursday here. Yeah, it's like a surge coming through because it's supposed to be almost 80 Wednesday and Thursday here next week.
Well, what if you've noticed in the last 3 or 4 years, our winter really, I'm talking about our snow and everything, we really don't start getting it till late February or March.
Yeah.
Well, you hear about the issue they had over in China?
Which one?
It was in the 40s, our degree 40s, 40,
Okay.
45 degrees. And instantly within a second, it dropped below
Oh, yeah.
45 below, 50 below. Birds fell
Yeah.
straight from the sky to the ground. There's
Whoa.
hundreds of geese and ducks laying on the ground because they instantly froze.
Wow. When was this? Today?
It was
Yesterday, I
last
think.
week.
Last
Last
week?
week.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's insane.
They're messing with the weather over there. Is what they're doing.
I mean, it's a thing. You talked about the birds a while back in one of your videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Buster.
Well, I know well, I don't know, but the over here in the swamps and stuff is the lack of bugs or the overpopulation of bugs, because if there's too many bugs, the bugs will eat on the birds.
But that's a
Oh,
huge temperature drop. You said 40, then drop to what, negative 50?
yeah. I remember
in
reading
a
about
second.
that.
Yeah,
Almost 100-degree temperature drop.
just like I mean, in nature that can happen, but it's extremely rare, and normally the geese and stuff like that, they wouldn't be flying because they know this stuff ahead of time.
Yeah, they do.
They can. It's in their
It's
their
amazing.
DNA that
Yeah.
they know.
They know where to go.
Go. Yeah.
But you see, that right there is telling me that somebody is messing with the
Playing
weather.
around where they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Dude, if that happens in Georgia, y'all might not hear from me ever again. Man.
So you moving out of the country down south.
Try to get to Florida if I can.
Yeah, you moving out of the country.
Pitch a tent.
Oh, we're talking about pitching tents and stuff like that. I watched, and I'm gonna steal some of this creator's content. Pinball was talking about something, and then I was scrolling through, and Petra was also talking about it. Chicago, Detroit, up in that area, that whole state, Michigan, I believe it is. The government is asking the people to open the doors and let the illegals live with them. Give them free room and board and buy their groceries and pay their bills. The only thing I'm saying is this right here. I have yet to see in any state here in the United States where any government official has opened up their doors and let them stay.
I don't
And
know.
Have you seen one of the ads that's been playing a lot here lately on YouTube? Some girl could pop in and say, government's going to give you $1,600 if you're having a hard time
Yeah,
yeah,
in certain states.
blue states.
dude, I get so many of them ads.
Yeah. But if you notice, they're playing them in the red states. They ain't playing them in the blue
Dude.
states.
They're playing them all over, but they're saying it's only in certain states. If
Yeah.
you look at the states, it's mainly California.
Yeah.
Try to give me 6,400. They can keep it. All they gonna do is tax it.
Well,
You know?
if I want y'all to listen to that commercial very, very closely, okay? They say, what is it? They'll give you that much money per month for the rest of this year. And then toward the end of it, they say it's a one-time payment of $1,600. That's toward the end of the commercial.
Yeah, you
So,
got to meet so many qualifications. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
So, but I mean, it's like this right here. I don't know of anybody that's going to open up their doors willingly to let people come and live with them like that. And if they're made, yeah, I need to shut up on that one. But you know darn good and well there's going to be problems with that right off the bat.
There already is problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine you own properties up there and somebody says, hey, these people that's paying rent, we need them to go. We need you to compensate these people for X amount of time, or I don't know if there's some type of reimbursement, or I don't know.
Well,
That's already a thing that's already.
look at it like this. They threw the veterans out of their homes upstate. Yeah, I know exactly what I mean. It don't make no difference. He was still a veteran. They throwed his ass out so an illegal alien could stay there.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. I don't care if it was one or if it was 101.
Yeah,
It
but
was wrong.
the way the media spins everything, it makes it worse. That's
Damn.
what I don't like. When the media does its thing, and like all the stuff that I had today, you don't see that in the media.
No.
You see it all strung out when they make a big deal over one little thing when they said it was full. The motel was full of veterans. It was one veteran. I'm like, why do you have to lie about that? Just say the truth. There was married couples got kicked out. There were businessmen. There was all kinds of other people, and a veteran.
Mm.
Just say that. Why do you have to lie and say it was a full thing of veterans?
Now, I did hear on our local news. I do not know exactly where it's going to be at or anything else. They are closing down a whole school so they could put beds in it for our illegals.
Oh yeah, they've been doing that.
Yeah.
The gyms and auditoriums. That's what I told you, and you said you didn't hear about it then.
Well, it wasn't too long ago that I just heard about it.
Yeah, it was because I remember seeing it from North Carolina, and I'm surprised you hadn't heard about it.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is they're closing the whole school, period. They are in the process of transferring the students to other schools now.
Well, it's because some bad things had happened that they didn't stay. The bad people didn't stay in the gyms, and that's all we can pretty much say about it. If just read between the lines.
Yeah.
Which they shouldn't be next to kids in the first place. Now, if it was a bunch of kids being in the auditorium, that's something different. But
Yeah.
the
Not random adults.
majority of people coming over are military age men.
Well, see, y'all have mentioned something that I kind of noticed but didn't pay no attention to. Like you just said, military age men. Very, very seldom do you see a kid or a female.
Well, the kids are being used as a tool to get
Yeah,
them over.
exactly.
And then they're set down and they're in their lines.
Well,
Yep.
once I'm going to try to say this without getting myself in trouble. No, you can take that peach stuff
You
back.
don't want-
No, pour it out.
I don't know if you want
Go.
it or not.
I love how Dixie starts laughing when you say, "I'm gonna try not to get in trouble."
But the kids that are coming up, like you said, are being used as a tool. Once they get on our side of the borders, you don't hear nothing about them no more.
Yeah, I was gonna say you want to be
Yeah,
careful.
yeah. But I mean, please read between the lines. And we got people out there in cars, trucks, buses, you know, that's got eyes. They can see what's going on. If y'all think something is going on, please give the right people a call. Let them know something.
That's the thing is who is the right people nowadays.
Well, I'm not going to disagree.
That's the scary part
You
because
know, coming up, when
it
I was
does
coming,
happen. You hear about. Yeah, it's so hard to get in that conversation about this because
well,
you can't say anything.
when I was coming up, I was always told if I get lost, look for a policeman.
Yeah.
Nowadays, and trust me, please don't hate me for saying this, okay? There's still a lot of good police officers out there. It don't take but one to smear the name, and then people's going to start thinking bad things.
Well, it's what happens, when they go to a different agency and say, "Oh, here's these kids that are left out here to fend for themselves." Oh, we'll take them and make sure they go to good homes.
Exactly.
They don't know what happens past that.
No, they don't check in on them.
Well, that's the thing. It's not their job to check in on them. That's
They
what
release
that other
custody.
agency is supposed to do.
Yeah.
I said, I'm in.
Well, I mean,
You got to be absolutely disturbed to harm children, man. I don't have kids, but I love my nieces and nephews and stuff. I don't understand it.
well, they are blood, but it really takes a certain type of person to defend a kid that they don't know.
Yeah.
I look at it like that.
There was a thing on. This was in New York. He was. It's a guy that plays classical music. What's that big violin that they have to stand up with? I don't know what it's called.
Like a cello.
Cello.
Oh, a cello. He was going down on this thing doing classical music, and he had a bottle of Coke sitting next to him that he was drinking on. Lady comes up and smacks it in the back of his head and walks off. No, he didn't say anything to anybody. there was people out there watching him and everything, and just went up there and bang.
A bottle of Coke with his sprouted wings.
And he said he's not going to play anymore. And he just does it for donations, and he loves the sound.
Like a street performer.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
He like he says he'll play. Sometimes he'll play for days and days and never get anybody drop a coin in there. And he don't care because he wants to perform because he loves the sound inside the subway.
Yeah. Well, now there's a bunch of performers that do that up there. They get out there.
He's the famous one for it, though.
Oh, really?
That one? He's real famous for doing it. But after that, he says, "I don't know if I can go because it split the back of his head open. A Coke bottle."
Oh, she hit him with a Coke bottle.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the way you described it first, I thought she just smacked him back in the head with her hand.
No, she picked up the Coke bottle and smacked it the back of his head.
You know how damn thick them bottles are?
Yeah. And that's the first thing I was wondering. I wonder where he got that Coke bottle at.
Those Coke bottles don't do like they do in the movies. They don't shatter that easy.
Oh no. Especially them old ones, the bluer tint ones.
Yeah. Yeah. You can drop them and they won't break sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
Made me think of this old boy I used to see outside one of the Chinese buffets here. He used to sit out there sometimes. Man, he could play the guitar. I sat out there a couple times, just listen to him. Man, just somebody came by, he said, "Name a tune," and he would just start jamming out. Maybe wonder whatever happened to him.
Well, if a person can make an instrument sing, I'm gonna put it like that, I'll stand there and listen to it. I don't care if it's a cello, a harp, a violin, or fiddle, or whatever it is.
Anything.
If they good on it, I want to listen to them.
There's a few of them out there that can make them sing.
Yeah, it is. And there's a few of them out there that can't even pluck. But I'm kind of partial toward one type of music around here. And
Jeff likes his rap.
Nah, hell no. No.
Heavy rap. Yeah.
Believe it or not, Daddy and Mama, about every weekend or twice a month, they would have bluegrass
A man come over
come to the house, and they would play
and sing.
And I mean, they were good. And it got to the point I couldn't stand to listen to bluegrass. Now, that's about all I want to listen to, because the music today is not music. I'm sorry. Hell, I reckon I am old. I like old school rock, Southern rock. Shut up! I wasn't talking. You going on?
Not many artists these days play instruments or play guitars and stuff. There's some out there, they don't get pushed as heavy as the next big thing or whoever that may be, but back then somebody was singing a tune and they was playing a guitar or something.
TH2 likes Backstreet Boys, or should I say Backdoor Boys?
Okay. Everybody's got a genre.
Yeah. But now you got to remember, back in them days, I had a teenage daughter, and she had friends. So we listened to a little bit of everything.
Oh,
I'll
be like, are you supposed to be listening to that? I don't think so. They'll get up there, put a show on and everything for us.
It wasn't as bad as having to listen to Hannah Montana all the time.
Oh man. Oh, why'd you have to bring that up?
Oh,
I think she bypassed that stage before she ever come out.
Dude,
Thank God.
man. When it was out, man, it's like it was like the hottest thing cooking for them.
oh. And then she did the movie, and
Yeah, the Hannah Montana
Well,
movie.
the butterfly one wasn't too bad, but majority of them got played way too much, especially the theme song. Oh yeah.
It's kind of hard to believe that Dolly Parton
That's
is
her
her
godmother.
your godmother.
Dolly Parton, boy, she's been around for a while. A lot of artists.
Yeah, they had a thing. They were talking about the achy breaky heart guy, the dad.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yeah.
Yeah, he when he blew up, his house that they grew up in had dirt floors and stuff. That's how he grew up, and when Hannah or Miley Cyrus, I don't know, like, was growing up, she had it different because she grew up with money, because Billy Ray Cyrus, and they were trying to say compare the two together and how they were alike, and I'm like, there's nothing alike.
No.
You grow up on a dirt floor, and the other one's got marble floors.
It's
You
a
don't
big
have to worry
difference.
about eating or anything like that.
Who is Hannah Montana's mother by chance?
Anybody know?
I used to, yeah. Billy Ray's wife. I don't know if they're still together or not. I
What's
don't
her name?
know.
I can't remember.
I can't remember.
Cyrus.
Billy
see what
Ray. I used to call him Billy Ray Citrus.
Cyrus.
But now, after he blew up with that song,
Yeah,
there was a guy trying to sue him because he said that Billy Ray stole that song from him. You remember that?
That always happens, though. You notice that every time a song goes crazy, there's always somebody. Oh, I wrote that song.
I was like,
There's always somebody.
And nowadays, a lot of your artists don't even write their own songs. They have songwriters for them. They just deliver it.
Mm-hmm. That was like Sparkle. Sparkle written a song, but her sister sung it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Probably have a better chance writing one than singing one.
I like Dream Girls. Their songs.
No, look, we ain't talking about movies.
I know. Y'all talking about singers.
I was about to say, yeah, that was a movie.
Yeah. And I hate to say it, but the first time I watched it, it was pretty good. I think Dixie has done watched it a couple hundred times.
And Fried Green Mayors.
No. Fried Green is up in the triple digits.
Oh, yeah, that's a classic.
No, I'm talking about as many times as she's done watched it.
Well.
Oh,
what the heck?
She used to watch movies so bad on VHS tapes that you couldn't see them no more.
I didn't.
Tape would melt.
Damn near.
No, it
wouldn't. It'd have ripples in it.
One of my best movies. My favorite movie.
There you go, Tish Cyrus. They're evidently divorced.
I've never heard of her.
I ain't neither.
She
kind of looks like
she's nobody.
Yeah.
Compared to the two. and Miley Cyrus during her Hannah Montana days,
Yeah.
she made more money than Billy Ray did.
Yeah, I'm sure.
100
Well,
times more than he did.
I'm curious about one thing. Who pushed her into all of this? Was it Billy Ray or was it her mother?
I don't know. It was the whole Disney thing, though.
Excuse me.
Well, we kind of know how
It was pushed as, you know, the show was supposed to have been the Billy Ray, and then I believe he talked them into having her play the main role. It wasn't supposed to be Miley Cyrus. It was supposed to have been somebody else. I'm even thinking it might have been Selena Gomez, but
really?
yeah, evidently it got talked in, and she did a pilot or whatever, and it's history from there.
Hmm. Well, now I can't believe I'm saying this. Hannah Montana, I kind of liked her when she played in that. But when she went on her own, it's like she exploded the bad way.
Well,
And
most
I'm
of
not,
that is on purpose.
yeah, I know, to get more, to sell more albums and everything. I know how that
Yeah.
goes.
Look at the one that shaved her head. Well,
Britney
she's cuckoo.
Spears.
Oh yeah, she's cuckoo now, big time. Have you seen her last dance thing that she did? She's doing on without any music.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Oh,
that's scary.
Yeah, without all the auto tunes and music, yeah.
And there's nothing. She's out there dancing like this and pulling her britches down, and
what?
yeah, it's she way out there.
Now, who was this again?
Britney Spears.
Spears.
I think her brain had got fried on some stuff. I'll
the
leave it like
knives too.
Yeah.
You think she was in the whole Mouseketeer Club back in the day when it was a thing, you know?
Yeah.
Really?
Her, Justin Timberlake, Christina Aguilera, they came from that era.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I remember Justin being one.
Musketeers.
Yeah. It's the second go round, not the first. Not the
Okay.
first.
Yeah.
No, not the one you remember. It's the
Okay.
other one.
It's like the 90s version of it, I think, or the late 80s or 90s version.
But that didn't last as long as the original one, though, did it?
No, I think it went out, I think, before the 2000s.
What, maybe 5, 8 years total?
Yeah, if that, I believe.
It may have lasted longer than the original.
I have to look it up, but there's several of them that you didn't really never hear about again, but there's a bunch of them that did things and went on, you know.
Yeah.
It was like the Saved by the Bell people. You heard really bad stuff about the on the set of that, and that's supposed to be kids stuff, kids shows, and there was some really awful stuff.
I don't pay attention.
Well, now I think the only one who really made it big was he plays a game show host now.
Slate.
Yeah, Slater. One that played Slater. I think he's the only one that come out of it that made it big for Matt.
Zach's still doing it.
Now I thought Zach is no more.
Yeah, he is.
One of them.
Oh, you,
had-
one of them
Screech,
had-
Screech, Dustin Diamond. He passed away.
Yeah, Screech,
yeah,
Screech,
Screech.
Screech did, I know. I thought.
and the teacher. I think the teacher too is no more.
Mr. Speldon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He's a little bit too good with these names there, What?
Gosh, they just random facts just stored away
Well,
for this very
that was
moment.
his time, wasn't it? That was your time
Uh,
when Saved by
well,
the
it was-
Bell.
Mario Lopez. That was his
Yeah.
name.
Something like
I
that.
don't
Yeah.
know if it was. I don't think it was like newer episodes. It was
Yeah.
definitely like reruns on stuff like Nickelodeon stuff like that. It came on.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's where we first started watching it
I
was
used
on
to watch it all
Nickelodeon.
the time when my kids were little.
You want to learn something very interesting? Go to Google and ask what Nickelodeon means in Latin,
Really?
Hmm.
and that's all you need to know.
That bad?
Oh yeah.
Hmm. I don't know. Mine is not like y'all's. Mine is built in with Fire Stick.
Huh?
Yeah.
So
Fire
I mean,
Stick.
yeah. I got. Oh, you said Google. Okay.
Yeah, Google.
Okay.
You know what?
I was.
Yeah. I'm like, how's your?
We're racking our brains over here.
Yeah, I got Google. Yeah, I can do it through Fire Stick too. Google. I know, Camo. We all getting there sooner or later.
Yeah. Especially like stuff I watched as a kid, like certain cartoons or even movies to like rewatch it now. Like, man, that's really what was happening. I had no idea, you know. As a kid, you just laugh it off, thinking you didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, it was kind of hidden back then, and you didn't find out about it until all the people in that show or whatever got older.
Yeah.
Now it's up front, and they say they love Satan right on the show and everything, and they're all sitting there,
Yeah.
and it's like nobody's freaking out or nothing. And it's like, yay! And what is going on? It's crazy. And you have
Evidently, Grape Jams looked it up on Google.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
thought
just
it was a
something
gimmick.
random that they just come up. Yeah.
I thought it was a gimmick until I looked at it and I saw, oh, that can't be real. And then I looked into it more, and it's
Not really, huh?
Yeah. they break
Darn.
it down, and that's what it means.
Now, you know, if I can remember this, I'm going to have to look this up.
Slime time.
John Johnson, Shirley Temple, I do know for a fact she did go through some hard times because it was stated if she didn't do a part just right, they would lock her in, let's say, a dog cage, but it was a box.
Yeah, Shirley Temple.
Yeah.
Yeah, that girl had.
Well, I remember the smacking of the hands. You remember the movie Mommy Dearest?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that was the name of it. I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
Faye Dunaway, was it Faye
Yeah.
Dunaway?
Faye Dunaway played Judy, I believe it was.
I just looked up Shirley Temple and it said that she's passed away a decade ago this month,
Yeah. Shirley Temple Black. That was her
February
name.
the 10th, 2014.
No,
Wow.
Didn't she pass some type of cancer or something like that?
Mm,
CJ, 1975, exactly. No wire hangers.
they say chronic obstructive pulmonary
Okay.
disease. I'm not
Oh.
exactly sure what that is.
Flu.
Oh, breathing.
Yeah, breathing and lungs.
Yeah, side effect of flu,
Yeah.
which we don't have anymore, so we're good.
And
Just
somebody
imagine, yeah.
Shirley Temple did play.
We didn't. We got rid of heart attacks and cancer. Well, it may be coming back now, but last couple of years it was gone. I don't know what happened to it.
She better try that for it.
No, she done the other half of it or something. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know.
I'm sorry. Dixie was having a conversation with me.
Sorry, they didn't mute us.
And I had no idea what you said.
What? Who said?
You.
Did I say something?
He was
Yeah,
talking
while we
about-
was having a discussion.
about
Oh,
Shirley.
did you have a discussion about?
A discussion.
Yeah, did you have a discussion about that thumbnail that you noticed earlier?
Which one?
You know, I put
Oh,
that.
that thumbnail. No,
You know, I put that reporter on there just for you.
No. I have to mute you. Be quiet. No, I think she was in here when I mentioned that. And you, why isn't that the first thing you noticed? Because it was different from the left side.
Shut up.
This ain't the time.
I said, shut up.
Well, I was planning on it. Do your book and leave me alone.
You know, today in 1948, all the moonshiners in America got together and NASCAR was born.
Now I believe that because
Yeah.
NASCAR got started from moonshiners.
Yeah, most of the drivers are delivery men.
Yeah.
Turned out to be good drivers. What's that one? Was it Richard Pryor? Yeah.
Oh, the first black
JoJo
race
Dancer.
Yeah, JoJo Dancer.
Yeah.
Man, he played in some good movies.
You know, Witchcraft. I'm sitting here wetting my finger trying to knock a spot off of the screen. And I happen to look in your background, this damn boat's moving. I'm thinking. I'm saying, how in the world did bugs get in my screen?
Let me get that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Too.
I got it. I'll get it.
There it is.
See, all cleaned up. Oh, they're back again.
Yeah, I see that. Are they boats or ducks?
Yeah, they're boats.
Fast. Oh.
I mean that lake it'd be nice to be out on that lake right there. I don't know about that big boat going by there, but them small ones would be nice.
Oh yeah, it's a nice sunset.
Look. Give me a tent and a few fishing poles. I don't even think I'd see the inside that tent. I'd be out there fishing.
Never thought I'm gone fishing.
Exactly. I'd be done gone fishing.
Gone fishing with Ralph Barbie.
Yeah, I'd have to tie the fishing line around my hand in case a big fish decides to grab it. I fall asleep. That's something I never understood. You see men and kids sitting on a fishing bank with a fishing line tied to their toe, and they are asleep. Man, if a 8, 9, 10 pound bass grabbed that and took off, there goes the skin, the nail, and everything on their toe.
I
there goes
remember
water.
some of the best catfish I caught was on the Snake River, and
Really?
with hot dogs, raw hot dogs. It was at night too.
We
I mean, one after the other.
we used to catch catfish. I mean, about as long as my arm. Okay, and pike, not pike. Damn it. I can't think of the other fish. But I think of that one, the smallest one that was caught that night was 42 pounds. Carp.
Oh,
You know, I mean, the best part about eating a carp is the board that you cleaned it on.
they're supposed to, if you chop them up and can them, they're really good.
They don't
They're
smell.
they're
Oh,
you chop up the bones and everything in chunks, put it in a can and can it. When you open it up, it just fall. The bones are you can chew on the bones and everything because they're soft
bush,
and everything.
bushcraft. I'm not game enough to do
You
that.
will if you get hungry enough.
If I got that hungry, they wouldn't make it to the canner to begin with.
Well, that's why you have it, and that way you already have it, and you can just go out. You eat when you get hungry, you eat it.
Yeah, I'm catfish and brim. They're calling my name. Come catch me, please.
Hey, what? You want to take some time off Wednesday and we'll go fishing?
Yeah, we all want to meet
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Today's Wednesday though, so we missed it.
No, next Wednesday when it gets about 70 degrees.
Oh shoot, that'll be the perfect time. Yeah, because I think it's
Uh-huh.
gonna be it's gonna be in the high 70s here.
I
Sure.
know the perfect bait. A mouse.
Oh, dude, if I catch him, I promise you, he's gonna be bait. I'm gonna be Shredder. He's gonna be Master Splinter. Man, that dirty
I've had
joker.
that happen before.
Oh man, I was crushed.
Yep.
I bet you that would make a good bait.
Oh, mice do. Mice are good bait.
Oh, if I catch him,
You can catch a big bass on a mouse.
Mouse?
Yeah. I never heard that.
I ain't neither.
But sitting here thinking about it, yeah.
got now till next Wednesday to catch him.
I don't know if I want to eat bass or not after he ate the mouse. The mouse could have had a disease.
Yeah.
Well, technically, mice are not that dirty unless they're in a city or something.
You live in the city? What?
Ate some poison or something.
No, it's a combination, but not this area. No,
Okay.
it ain't getting
Okay.
anything like that. That is, like a city rat would. They'll get into everything. It's just so much.
Dang,
Did-
Harvest Mary Moon, you planted 4 packs of lemon balm.
Whew.
You're gonna have a ton of lemon balm.
Oh man,
Does
you're gonna turn into a lemon balm.
I planted one of those little seeds, and they're really small. And I've got a big bucket full that I have to trim up every year.
Lemon balm?
Should have plenty.
That's right. TH2, you so right, but wait till after the stream. No mice was harmed in the making of this stream. He's right.
Yeah, you don't hook the mouse either. You do a little tie job. and then you sling them out there and they swim. And woof,
Oh, they'll laugh when you throw them out there.
I'm sitting here trying to figure out how
That
the
don't
heck-
work. I got about a million worms right here in the ground. I can grab a hold of real quick.
I have preferred to fish with fishing worms than I had crickets.
well,
Because
has any of you guys took 2 rods and hooked them up to an extension cord and stuck them in the ground and watched the worms?
I don't
climb
have
out?
to. I'm like,
Electrodes.
I can take my shovel out there and dig up.
Yeah, that's too much work. All you do is put 2 rods in there and plug it in and just watch them climb.
Now that you got grand youngins coming over,
Oh, they won't stick around that too long, especially if they're barefooted.
I had
No.
never tried it, but I've heard people talk about it, and I've seen a video about it where this, if you know an area where worms is pretty plentiful, if you want to get them to come to the top real quick, but I imagine any moisture will do it. You know, like when it rains,
Filthy
they come
water.
up. Yeah, mix it with like some water, and I think there's mustard or something he put in it.
I ain't never did the mustard. I did the soap.
Yeah,
Dump that on there. All of a sudden, there are worms coming up like
yeah, they
crazy.
start coming up like crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
for soap,
yeah. It
that and the
burns them.
moisture. Yeah,
huh? But don't do it in your garden.
Oh no.
That's
Yeah.
where most of the fishing worms are.
got a garden bed. Man, them things are thriving. Need to make like a little insert or something, put it in the garden and see if that'll boost up anything.
Well,
Yeah.
if you can get like the worm poop, that's one of the best things for a garden.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Build you a garden of worms. And
Hell,
like
that
a
wouldn't be
flower
hard to do.
pot. A flower pot or something.
Shit, get you an old refrigerator.
Well,
Yeah, we used to get in Oregon, used to go after midnight, we'd go out and for 3-4 hours and get night crawlers at the school, and then
Yeah.
go home, clean up, and sleep for about an hour or two, and it was about time to go back to school, and I had to go right back where I just came from. So I was just out here a couple hours ago.
Well, we used to rake leaves up in a great big pile, and if I ever wanted any night crawlers, I'd just go move the leaves, and bam, there they were. You know,
I didn't already jump in them.
Yeah.
Use it.
If you're in a pinch, yeah, and you got a rod and you ain't got no bait, yeah. If you know where to look for some worms or
exactly.
spots that got some little minnows in it, it ain't gonna cost you no money. It'll cost you a little time and knowledge, but
Yeah, but that time and knowledge probably fill your belly for that night
yeah,
also.
yeah, you could have dinner for yourself or a family if you know what you're doing.
Well,
I know gummy worms work TH2. Have you tried them?
No, they did a study. They said they only catch jellyfish.
Oh, okay.
I did that the stick for a hook,
Yeah.
where once it's pulled, the stick goes out this way of the fish's mouth,
Oh,
and sticks in them, and you catch a fish that way. I did that for probably a couple weeks until I found some hooks that people had lost and whatnot. Boy, it's so much easier catching fish with a hook than it is a stick.
Yeah,
well, I thought
'Cause
you was talking about
you set it
the
right to where the bait's on the stick, because you sharpen both ends of it, but you tie it to where it sticks up like this. So when the fish comes and eats it, and then you pull on it, and it turns the stick to where it goes out that way, and you get lucky enough to where it sticks in them. My grandpa taught me how to do that, and I told him he was full of crap. I didn't have. I found fishing line, but I didn't never had a hook. So I said, "Well, let's see if he was right." And I caught a fish. I caught a fish with one, and the stick I caught it on was about that big, and the fish was only about that big, but I still ate him.
But you still caught it.
Yep. And I got real good carving them sticks out. I'd put little grooves where I'd wrap the fishing line around. It's amazing how good you get at something if you have to use it to eat.
You're right about that.
If you don't catch anything, you don't eat. So you get real good at carving and things like that.
Oh yeah. Just think about it. The natives did it for so long.
Mm-hmm.
You know, spears, bows and arrows, and an axe.
Yeah, and there's another thing is if you get a young tree that's coming up and it has two things coming out of it, you chop it up underneath, and the one smaller side you sharpen up real good, and the other one you use to pull. You don't stab. You stick it in the water and wait for a fish to go by, and then you go woof and pull it out, and it stabs into the fish and as you're pulling out, because so many times I tried to stab a fish, I would stab it and then go to pull it out, and it would come off.
Yeah.
So that's the only way I could catch a fish, was to pull them out instead of trying to. But now I know how to do it. With the cross, you use two sticks and cross member them and have four prongs where it goes out like this. So when you stab them, you can pull them out.
Okay.
But I didn't know that when I was eight or nine. But oh man, those are some of the best fish. And that's where, what do they call it? Roe? Is that what they call the eggs?
Eggs, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
My first probably about 10 fish I ate raw. Because I couldn't get a fire going. I tried and tried. Oh man, I tried so many things. But finally got a fire going, and that first fish, cooked fish, oh man, it was so good. Oh,
Well, if you'll remember, when we go catch our fish and we cook it, nobody else around. That was some good eating back then.
oh
And it
yeah,
didn't have to be a fish. It could be anything you caught.
yeah.
Uh,
And this was in New York too. And that's the only thing I caught was trout, rainbow trout.
in New York.
Yep. I really, really wish I could remember where that place was. I can see it in my memory where, because it would curve down this way, and I was staying up on a ridge of a hill in a bunch of skids that I got together and covered it with carpet, and that's where I stayed.
Huh.
And I was surprised at springtime, because I really thought that the water was going to come up so high that it was going take my little hut away. But it never did. It came close. It got so close that I could go out the front. It wasn't really a front door. It was just a flap to where I'd flung up the carpet and went out. But that whole area, I knew every little trail and everything. I knew where people would dump a bunch of stuff. I'd go in there and probably twice a week and go through there and collect stuff.
Man, that peach cobbler smelling good. She just took it out of the oven.
Oh, shoot you. Bet it does.
Yeah, you know what she's doing, don't you? She's fattening me up so I can't go out the door.
I can't go out the door.
Right.
Sitting there, keep checking my messages. I hate or waiting for an answer on Facebook Messenger.
It may be you have to call him back.
I don't have a number.
Oh. That does make a big difference, don't it?
Yeah.
I
I'll probably
have
have
to
to
get
wait till
it
Friday
before
before I hear anything.
To say
That ain't even a taste.
the cuss part is
A fly can fly away with that taste.
How about your van?
Yeah.
Be quiet. I ain't talking
Yeah.
now. I'm talking about
I
Oh,
do
there
like
you
the marketplace feature. I have found a couple good deals off there.
Yeah. Oh, and I came across. I was just browsing, and I came across this really cool bumper that had two swing outs that swung out, and it's a hefty bumper. It had lights on it and everything, but
101 approved.
it had one of the swing outs was for the spare tire. Other one was for a toolbox of some sort, or a generator box.
Shit. Put it on the front. You can take out 3 lanes at one way.
No, it was for the back.
Look, 101, if he gets good enough, he can do it backwards.
It's driving, no, it ain't.
And I seen for a front one, they're called Rhinos. It's $2,000 for a freaking bumper.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, oh my.
$2,000 bumper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's some. Oof,
It had the winch built inside the bumper, and it had 2 lights, and then the grill went up and covered the front.
Oh, I know the type of bumper you talking about now.
Yeah.
Yeah, where the winch is enclosed, it doesn't stick out.
Yeah.
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 We put them on plow trucks with the lights on it and everything.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Well, Jeff, you've seen the little stock ones that come on those Fords. Getting beefy bumpers for the front, and probably one for the back to put a bicycle or something on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or electric scooter, or electric bike nowadays.
I was looking for one of them when Pop was still, kicking, so I could put it on the trailer hitch to put his wheelchair on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that would have saved a lot of time and everything. And Pop was not no patient person.
So what?
He gets somewhere. He expect to be out of the car before the car stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. here's a bunch of the packs ready to go out. I just gotta find my labels so I can print them out. I don't want to be writing out everybody's address. Oh man.
Dude,
I
1,
get
2,
tired
3,
of writing
4.
1 or 2 addresses and I'm done.
shit, dude.
You got a lot.
Oh yeah. There's probably at least 20 to 30. And
How you
I
think
just got like 5 or 6 more today. I just got the seeds in last night, or yesterday. Because I only had the 1 pack, and that wasn't going to be enough because I want to at least put about some of these, at least about you. I don't even think you can see them.
Not
lemon
really.
balm?
Too glossy.
I barely
Oh,
see
there we
yours.
go.
Yeah, I can see them.
Yeah. And this one has probably 20
5, 6.
seeds in it, but they're
Really?
so really, really small.
About like carrot seeds or onion
Oh,
seeds.
smaller than that. Yeah.
Good God.
The good thing is I don't have to put nothing in the bag to protect them because they're so small. I don't think they'll get squished.
What was the name of the flower? The one that had a biblical reference? I think it started with a L, or I could be wrong.
Hyssop?
That might have been it. Yeah.
Yeah. They said they might not get those in stock until summertime. I can't wait that long.
Get your daughter to help you with your addresses on the envelopes.
Well, that's what I used to have my daughter do all that. She had really good handwriting. Well, you can see my handwriting.
Dude, you don't even. Hey,
That
that
ain't bad.
hand is a lot better than mine. Trust me.
Lemon balm.
Now, do you spell something the way it sounds, or do you spell it the correct way?
Well, the correct way.
Me,
There
I
ain't no
spell it
autocorrect in handwriting.
the way it sounds.
Can your sons write?
Oh yeah, the heart licking all the envelopes. Yeah.
That's where a sponge comes in.
There you go.
Now if people get a Christmas card, because I'm thinking about putting them inside of a Christmas card. I'll give everybody a sticker though. Oh,
On
and
the
it's green,
push
so you
track.
can't see it.
There you go. Christmas
Only
in
bush.
February.
Oh, that made so much sense. Yeah, let's cover it up so nobody sees it.
Grace says, "Yippee! I'm not alone." So evidently, she's doing it too.
That's like Lucy and what's the name making those jars of mayonnaise. Hold your tongue out, Lucy. Those stamps.
Yeah, if you get a Christmas card from me, there's seeds inside of it.
Now he said seeds, not money.
You already got your seeds.
Camo, I'm right there with you. He says I'm fluent in typo. I can read it as well as I.
Well, I would probably have better handwriting if I wasn't so rough on my hands when I was younger.
Oh,
because I have broke my knuckle so many times,
Oh,
Hmm.
Lord.
especially this knuckle here, the
Uh,
middle one. It
Yeah.
sticks out. It sticks out so much further, and not this way, not this way, but it sticks up that way more because it's been broke so many
Oh.
times. So holding the pin, oh, that thing starts hurting.
Is that what you call a come to Jesus knuckle?
I don't know about that. It usually got caught on people's heads.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Now my son-in-law's got one that sticks up about an inch.
Oh.
Same finger. Uh,
Here, I'll share something with you.
oh, there it is.
It's my grandson.
I'll check it out.
Check him out.
And barefooted because he's in Oklahoma right now.
Oh, he's in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
That little boy say, "What are you doing?"
How old is he?
He can't be no, what, 18 months? Something like that?
Year 13 months.
Okay, 13 months.
Yeah,
He's a-
almost 14.
I'll be like Papa.
Yeah, he'll be hopefully going to Germany to see Dad here shortly.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. I'll be so glad that he won't be deployed much longer.
Ah.
I was in service.
Well, when's he supposed to be getting out?
Well, I couldn't tell you that anyway.
Okay. Okay.
It's as soon.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, there used to be when he was actually stationed in the United States. There'll be new parents and stuff, and there'll be a YouTube group, or not a YouTube group, but a Facebook group, and they would advertise, "Oh, my son's coming home on the 5th," or something like that, and oh boy. Everybody would jump all over them and say, "You cannot tell anyone, anyone when your kid is coming home. Why not? It's a celebration.
Yeah.
It's a celebration, but there are very bad people that want to do harm to our soldiers.
I
Right.
got you
You
now.
can't say anything.
Okay. It makes
It
sense.
sucks. It really does suck, but only immediate family members are allowed to know, like would be me as a father or his wife.
Yeah.
That's it. You can't tell
Neighbors.
an
friends.
uncle or something like that unless that's the only family member he has. You can go up to him and tell him so and so come on over if they're allowed in. That's the thing. Usually they don't. They only allow maybe the mother and father of the soldier, or it's usually the wife or husband if it's a woman. They usually get first dibs, which is the way it should be.
Well, I agree with you. Only immediate family,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah, right now is a worst time for deployment. I thought it was bad when he was in Syria. Of course, I can say that now because it's been like 4 years since he was in Syria.
Oh,
When all the the gas attacks and all that was going on.
yeah.
Well, now, is he making a career out of it or okay.
He keeps upgrading his MOS, so
Mm.
which some of the stuff he does now I thought would be better or safer, and now I'm finding out it's not as safe as what he did have, which was mobile artillery, which he why they give him in charge of being the driver, I have no idea, because he's a horrible driver. I mean, I shouldn't talk, but he had he bigger lead foot than me.
That's probably why.
He probably has to.
And he told me what he was doing, and I said, at least you have some. Then I asked him who's driving that thing. Oh, that's me. I said, who in the hell would let you drive something like that?
No.
But that thing he was driving around was a beast. It would take a direct hit from the boomy things on the ground. I don't know if you can say what they are, but the boomy things on the ground. And it would shoot all of its rockets and scurry away, and then pick up more rockets and shoot down. Because they came in tubes, and they just got loaded up in there. Because I was like, wait a minute. As soon as you shoot those things, don't the enemy know where you're at? And he said, yeah, that's why we're not there anymore. That's why.
Maybe we need some of them on our streets.
But he used to send me videos of them shooting a whole load of those rockets, and in the desert, once they shoot off, you can't see the vehicle for a good half an hour because no, not smoke, dust. Because it's a desert, so all the dust goes up in the air and you can't see anything. And they're like, anybody that's standing in the area is full of dust.
Oh no!
Like they just took a dirt bath.
Maybe we need to chip in and buy 101, one of them vehicles.
I don't know. My son's pretty short, and so I think you have to be a certain height to drive those things.
Oh, I imagine, yeah.
I can see 101. Where's the pedals? Where's the pedals? Maybe up there holding on that big steering wheel.
Hang on with your life, huh?
Now, that's the first I ever heard you have to be a certain height to drive a vehicle.
Maybe a certain height to ride roller coasters, too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I imagine to fly a fighter jet or a tank, you had to be pretty small, I imagine.
Yeah.
I can't see you with they ain't got no room in there to even turn around, much less put 3 people in there.
5 foot to 6'8" to even be in the Army. Oh,
My feet are staying on the
Really?
ground.
I don't know. There's some really short
People.
Yeah. Now I don't know what they were in, or if they were out, even would get out in the field or anything, but you would
Probably.
see the people running out of that, and they're not allowed. Well, they can skip it now. Where the tear gas room,
Yeah.
Probably rats.
There was somebody when my son went to boot camp. There was a sergeant that would actually take pictures of boot camp, the stuff they were doing and stuff, and he would post it on Facebook. It was a closed Facebook, so only the parents got to see it. And I got to see a lot of pictures of my son doing certain things. And one of them was him crying, snot dripping down everywhere, coming out of the tear gas room.
Now,
And
my
he said that
brother,
to everybody, why'd they have to focus on me?
now my brother, when he was in the Navy, they took pictures on the ship when they crossed the border, not border, the equator. And the first timers went through, let's say, an initiation, okay, like college. I'm gonna tell you what, we
That's
sat there. And we,
everybody on boats does that.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. It's
But-
what do they call that? Oh, they throw rotten eggs and all
Oh,
kinds
yeah.
of trash and everything, and then you're
some of
supposed
them
to
get
throw a
dressed up.
coin in and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we sat there and we watched that and we laughed our tails off for what they went through. You know, the first timers.
Yeah.
My brother said he's crossed the equator. What did he say? About 3 or 4 different times. You know, he
You
was-
only have to do it the once.
yeah,
But
yeah,
you do tribute every time you cross it though.
yeah.
There's different ways of doing it too. I
But-
only learned about this because there's somebody on a boat that's traveling around the world, and they all had to do this for the first time because that was the first time they crossed.
Right.
And then everybody else that had already done it still did a tribute. They took a shot and did other things.
Oh yeah, yeah. But he started out on East Pack. That's East Coast, by the way. And when he finished up, or about halfway through, he was West Coast. And he
Yeah.
said he preferred West Coast over East Coast. He said
Oh,
people
yeah.
are just flat out stupid. Gangs. And he said he was put on some rinkety rack ships. He said you never would believe some of those ships leak like they do and can stay afloat.
Oh yeah.
Is that cobbler still in the oven?
I wonder if I
Yeah.
could.
Yeah, is it going to be toasty or is it going to be
No, it's the dough part. Gotta get done.
okay? Just making sure.
Is that okay?
August Mary Moon says she had to stand up and drive the truck. Now that's bad. Now there's some trucks I've had to stand up in to make sure the brakes stopped.
Yeah.
You been there too? What?
Yeah. And the passenger brakes too.
Hey, yeah, really.
I've rode with some rough ones.
I have had to roll the window down and pull the car to stop it. The people beside of me be laughing their tail off. Oh shit! I'm on a new time schedule with my medicine.
Parlay.
You're losing it too.
No,
Okay.
is because we all know he waits to the last minute. He's like a married man now, and then even got a girlfriend.
Hey,
101.
You ever heard the saying, I'm sorry.
Now go ahead. I was talking to nobody.
Buddy.
No,
Go ahead.
wait a minute. Hang on. He has
Stand by.
22nd. Okay, he's got a live coming out
That's
tomorrow
fine.
night.
Oh, Thursday.
Yeah, 22nd. What's the day?
I'm quit.
Oh, Sally parlay. Okay.
Hey, Bush,
Yeah.
you went and looked at that van today on the 21st. You called
I
it.
didn't even realize it.
So you know what that means, don't you? It means chances gonna be good. You'll get it now.
Who knows? Or chances are that not getting it.
You should have offered him $21. Impressed. 101's coming on tomorrow night, the 22nd. I'm gonna say at 9:05.
Might be sitting on
Thursday
that.
Night Thunder.
Oh shit! You remember that, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Damn, that's been many moons ago.
You ever heard the saying, as funny as a $3 bill?
Mm-hmm.
I've got a $3 bill with Clinton's face on it.
I just looked up an interesting factoid. It was today in 1853 the U.S. authorized a $3 coin to be minted.
Really?
A $3 gold coin.
Did it ever get minted? Because I've never heard of one.
I believe so. I need to do a little bit more research, but I believe so.
Man,
Definitely didn't stick around for long.
No.
Yeah, I can't find out which one that
Because
is.
that was in 53, and then 10 years later, the Civil War happened, so a lot of your mints and stuff got diverted and different currencies.
Well, if there is any still around, I wonder how much them suckers would be worth nowadays.
Oh, here it is. Try to find the spot here.
Well, Camo, I'm 33 pounds heavier than you are.
Well, it's only 22 or 21 minutes long, so you probably listen to the whole thing.
I'm talking to Camo. He's 6 foot and 200 pounds.
Could be looking at almost a $10,000 coin if you got a good one.
What's the chances of that?
What's the chances of it being real?
Yeah.
Pacific Crossing series. Bear with me for a couple of seconds here because I have some really exciting announcements to make. Number one, we are going to go to the Annapolis Boat Show. We're going to be at the show
how do you get your
from
boat in there?
Friday, the 13th of October to the Sunday. We're going to be down at the YouTube booth, and our booth time on Friday is from 2 to 3:30. On Saturday, it is $1 each, and we're sailing around the BV. As many of you guys as possible. The Annapolis.
So subscribe to follow our journey around this beautiful planet. 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the things you did. So what do you
Ain't no freaking way.
What? That would be fun.
With my
I'd
luck,
love that.
with my luck I
Doesn't
would
take a
hit a
giant
cliff
leap.
on the way down.
It doesn't
hell
take uncommon bravery
Oh,
man.
thank you.
So in the last
I
episode,
can't
you saw
even
us getting hit
stand
by
on a
score
ladder
after score as we
anymore.
had well and truly entered the doldrums.
Yeah,
We've been
this
at
is
sea
when
for
they're
2
getting
weeks
ready to
straight,
cross the
so we were
equator.
having to keep a close eye on our fresh food supplies.
Okay, so before we left Puerto Vallarta there, we just had so much going on with all the rigging and everything like that. So I intentionally kept completely out of the provisioning and food side of things and just left it up to these guys. So let's ask them how we're doing so far. We are day 14.
One, we didn't get enough apples. All of a sudden, 8 crew on parlay wanted an apple a day. We lost a few oranges because we had some water go through the field.
So what do you think is going to make the entire trip?
Cabbage, onion, potato, maybe cucumber, bread. The bread in Mexico lasts like 6 weeks. We don't know what's in it.
But also that fish. We've had a
Oh, heck
lot
yeah.
of fish.
Oh,
We've only fished for a third of the time, maybe,
Right.
because our freezer's been full. The freezer's off right now.
I got a cooler like that.
What's this?
Oh, yeah.
No, no, no,
Guys,
It's
gonna be okay.
Today is Brittany's birthday. She's stoked. She's saying that there's no better place to have a birthday than out here in the middle of the ocean with this crew. So really happy for her.
Tell us about your cake. What is it?
Red velvet cake with some weird icing that I.
Dress up for the occasion as well.
I'll wear them.
This is something not a lot of people get to do in their lifetimes. So
Oh,
the boat was filled with excitement as we sailed closer and closer.
they gotta
towards
get
the
dressed
equator.
up really weird and stuff. Oh, they're
Let's do
big.
that. That's gonna go on
Trash.
us.
It's going on us anyway.
Those are 90s. Those are nut huggers. That's what Steven's gonna wear. I told him he has to wear it on his head or on his balls, one or the other.
What are you gonna give Steven as a face paint?
Shark.
What? Shark. Oh, shark.
I tried to say it in an Aussie accent.
Man, that's
Getting so
something
close
else.
to the equator. Blue skies, nice breeze. This massive squirrel just comes through. So, getting tested right down to the equator.
Mm.
Okay, you're done.
The things I go through for the sake of the
Yeah.
It's for King Neptune.
Oh, he looks like a
You're right,
freaking
it does
shark
look
now.
like-
He looks like a
Look,
shark.
Ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Get on your forehead.
Spider, an octopus, who knows?
All right, show us
No, it's an octopus.
I was gonna say it looks like a blue
Lovely men's underwear.
blue spider.
Speedo, if you will.
Oh yeah, equator, here we come.
We're half a mile away from the equator. Just our luck. It is rolly as hell out here. We've got 3 square meters of head still out. We're still doing 2-point-something knots. The idea is to swim out here. Trying to
What are
make
they
it
in the Atlantic?
the least amount of gnarly as possible.
It didn't say.
No, that's
It was an
Pacific.
honor for me to dress up as King
Pacific,
Neptune,
okay.
just
Yeah.
as my captain had done for me all those years ago. It was
At that
exciting to
point,
be
they
able
were
to share
headed
this
for
experience with the crew
Tahiti.
after a long and arduous sail here from Mexico.
Dude, never mind.
But as
I ain't
tradition
saying
goes, they were not shown across
Yeah.
without some form of
It's a little
punishment.
close with the scissors.
First, I had to make
Yeah,
a truth
little.
so that the crew would not
Oh,
lie
yeah.
and present it in front of the court.
This
of
is a
King Neptune
concoction
for
they
the
have to
sentence.
drink.
It turned out to be a
Oh, man.
disgusting
What
concoction.
And
the-
like
he
anything I
gets
could get my
he gets
hands
to
on.
be
So I was
Neptune since
confident
he's the only
of the
one that
trick.
has crossed the equator before.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh,
Truth out of them.
Hot sauce at the same time.
And they've been saving trash for a couple weeks now for this.
It was never gonna be flour in there. That was for his hair.
I wonder who the first one's going to get sick.
Anything else you want to fuck us over with?
Yeah.
Tell me what it
Yes.
looks like. What is she
This is
drawing?
my starfish.
I was gonna say, is that a star?
Oh no.
Hey, that's better than the spider.
Spider.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Damn.
So what we
Sure.
have here are the food scraps that we've been keeping for the last few days. That stinks. We've been keeping for the last few days. We've got some rotten eggs here, some flour, the truth serum, which you just saw us mix up.
True son, my but
Let the proceedings begin.
Oh man.
Well,
4 minutes and 9 seconds.
Let's go! Yeah, Vince! If anyone drowns, the personal life jacket's right in the dinghy. Just chuck it over. Someone lets go of the rope. Thanks, safety officer.
Most
I
excited
have
about
no
the shell
idea.
back, but least excited about the
butt
floss
floss.
bucket.
So you've all been summoned to the court.
Which
King
one?
Neptune, this is where you're going to be held accountable for some of your sins.
So the pollywogs were made to come up one
Yeah,
by
that's
one
what
into King
pollywogs.
Neptune's court, forced to drink
Yeah.
the truth serum before
Oh.
making a plea for their sins against the ocean.
Polly! Plead guilty or not guilty. You've been charged with working for several years on stinky, smoky, carbon-producing, shit-dumping super yachts. Do you plead guilty to this?
Guilty.
Guilty as charged. Then comes the flour. Ready? And here comes the best part. Oh no, no bucket!
The trash. This is what you got to look forward to if you go across the equator.
Jamie, your crime,
Crime.
which I witnessed a couple years ago. Spending the night on another catamaran, wetting the bed, and then hanging the bed sheets out the window and leaving without even telling this poor lass. Are you guilty? Okay, Vince, your crime. Being so seasick that you couldn't even make it to the side of the boat and you threw up all in the cockpit right there. Are you guilty?
No.
No?
No.
It wasn't you?
No.
Who was it?
Probably one of the dogs.
Oh, shit!
Oh,
Did that drink taste grosser than it was?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a request to King Neptune to have a beer to wash that shit down.
So we bought Jamie dissolving swim trunks, and they're slowly
That's a
dissolving.
And Colin's also wearing a pair.
oh no.
You guys jump in. You're 0.006
They got dissolving shorts on.
miles from the equator.
Oh no.
At Knox Community Hospital,
dang
our
commercial.
cardiovascular experts offer decades of experience in heart attack.
Here we go, 0.001. Can you see that? Zero, they're at the equator. We just got
No,
the
good.
equator.
Now they gotta swim across it.
Guys, this is wild.
It was absolutely awesome that the crew got to swim across the equator behind Parlay. It was truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for some of the crew, and an accomplishment they can all be extremely proud of.
We're in neutral right now, and the wind is just pushing us over the equator. We're at 0.003 in the southern hemisphere right now. What an incredible, incredible thing.
So it was
Something
official.
else.
All 7 pollywogs had officially been inducted as trusty shellbacks. So we had Stephen, the chosen one, our Patreon from Canada, Vince from Bishop, California, Dave from Houston, Jamie from Yass, Australia, Katie from Anguilla in the Caribbean, Colleen from Philadelphia, and Britt from Toronto. All of them had sailed 2,000 miles on this trip from Mexico so far.
What do you think, brother?
Oh, Phil.
Wow.
I'm tired as fuck.
His legs feel good.
What's happening?
How about we throw Neptune in from the top? Rock, baby.
All right, you get the gist of it.
Man, out there in the middle of the ocean.
They're probably they're in New Zealand right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah. He puts out a video every Sunday, which is actually his Monday because the time changed. That boat was actually it was actually underwater from one of the hurricanes, and he bought it and
Yeah,
raised it up and fixed it and everything, and found out that it was built wrong by the company. And these things are millions of dollars. These things are expensive, and that he actually had to tear the boat completely apart, the insides, and fix the bow because it was splitting apart because they built it bad. But it's a interesting channel to go watch if you ever want to watch it. It's I'll go ahead and put the link down. And he picks up crews left and right that want to go from here to there. And he has like Patreon, and people on his Patreon actually get to win to be a crew on his ship. I don't know what they're doing after, because New Zealand is where he Colin lives, the main guy.
Yeah.
And that's where he's headed. That's where they were headed to his house. From there, I don't know where they're going.
Yeah. But from Mexico to New Zealand on a boat like that's something else.
Yeah. And they didn't use gas. They didn't turn the motors on until they got to Maui.
Just what, wind and solar?
Just the wind, yeah.
Oh wow.
Man, they had fun.
Oh yeah. I'd love that. Just sit there and fish all day, and then you eat whatever you want out of the ocean.
Shoot,
And that's
yeah.
some of the best
Good
fish.
You know it is.
Yeah.
Fresh.
And that's where I learned about how you go through the Panama Canal and stuff, because they had I think it was 2 weeks that they were going through to get through the Panama Canal.
And it took them 2 weeks.
Well, it was 2 weeks in videos. I don't know how long I think it took them 3 days or something like that.
That's still a long time.
Oh yeah, because there's a process, because there's a difference in the sea levels. So over here in Mexico, you're way up here like this, and over on the Gulf side, you're way down here. So you have to go in, raise the water up, go in, raise the water up, and keep going up until you're even with this other one. And there's tanker ships and everything going by. You have to wait in line, and they fit you in with other ships, and if all of a sudden somebody has their boat can't start up or something like that, then it bogs down everything.
All right, Charlie. Next. Well, I mean, they got a business to run, you know. First come, first serve.
And it's expensive. Even for a little boat like that, it's thousands of dollars.
Damn.
Yeah, you can imagine how much it costs for those big tankers to go through that. Which is the reason why all of our stuff went high. Instead of them unloading at the LA port, they went all the way around to unload at Savannah.
Oh yeah.
So they had to pay that fee to get through there, and the extra gas that took to get all the way back over to Savannah.
You know they love that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I wonder just how much it takes to fill one of them cargo ships up.
Well, the thing is, they use a different gas. They use crude oil for their engines. It's actually bad for the climate and everything, but it's cheaper than, because the diesel you would use is much cleaner. And then cargo ships, they use some of the raunchiest stuff you can get, whatever's the cheapest, and they still run on them.
About millions of gallons.
Oh yeah.
If that's the case, how many boats is out there?
Millions.
Yeah.
And there's these cargo ships that are called the super ones.
Yeah, I know.
That can fit some of the biggest cargo ships, like 6 of them on the top of the boat of
That's
these
massive.
super ones. And the ports hate them because it takes so long to unload them and load them compared to the other ones. But the thing is, they can haul so much more.
Yeah.
It just takes forever to unload them and load them because there's so many containers.
I wonder if any of the super ones has ever hit a rogue wave yet.
That doesn't bother them, but when they have to go around the Suez Canal and go around the bottom of Africa, they run aground down there quite a bit. That's all tankers, and there's tons of boats. That's where all these containers end up washing up the shore, and the people get out there and get all brand new clothes and whatever it was supposed to be here in the United States, they get.
Oh yeah.
Can you blame them?
Oh no.
That's
and it's a graveyard of ships that go by there. That's why the Suez Canal is so important. You remember when that one ship turned sideways and got stuck?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
And it was either sit there and wait or try to go around. And every day you wait, that one tanker lost millions of dollars from sitting there waiting. So they tried to go around, and some of them didn't make it. And that's I probably should have made a channel just of the tankers and stuff, because I did so much research on it during the 2020 times. I still have a lot of people that are send me emails and stuff telling me like the numbers that are going through the canals and things like that work on the canals.
I don't know if it'd be fun or if it'd be boring.
On one of those ships?
No. To sit there and let the to raise the water level up so they can get on and off and so forth.
Oh, it takes hours to fill up one of those areas. It's boring sitting there waiting in it's 100-degree weather.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dude, get me an air conditioner.
They don't have air conditioners on those.
Yeah, I know. So.
Yeah, when I sit there and watch their video, I was like, they did a fast motion, of how long it took, and you could see the water rising, and it was like 4 hours later. Oh, we can move 6 feet. Well, it's not 6 feet, but
Damn.
just very little. And you had to go to the next stage, which it rose you up higher. And the thing is, the next one over drops it down while this one's raising up. So if you have somebody going that one direction, you have somebody going the other way. So anytime you raise this level up, the next one on the other side is lowering so that they can move back the other way.
Huh.
It's really cool, but and they have little trains on the side here in case the boat can't make it. And a train will pull them up to the next spot. They tie them off and it pulls them to the next barge or the next levee.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have no ice cream.
Well, why not?
Don't have none.
You have peach cobbler with no ice cream. I ain't
Well,
gonna eat.
no peach cobbler for you.
You want to bet? That means I'm gonna have to go to the store and get me some vanilla ice cream. No, I ain't neither. That's involving changing clothes. I ain't putting on no clothes. Just to go outside for 5 minutes. Now, if I was going to Walmart, I'd say the hell with it and walk up in there with my PJs on. Hell, everybody else does.
Shit, might as well.
Yeah, really. Huh? I ain't going up there with all them weirdos. Y'all hear me holler. This shit's hot. Yeah, no, it'd be worse than that.
Well, I tried to get my voice to go high, but it wouldn't.
I'm glad I don't have that problem.
Oh, so you can make your voice go high?
No. You know what? Don't tell her I said this. This is pretty good. She got a spice in there. Ain't for sure.
Boy, the prices of property is going up dang high in Ohio now. It dropped for a good while, and then it just went whoop.
Sky high.
Yep. 65,000 for an acre. Not
Good
cleared
God.
or anything. Yep.
Just think how much it would have been if it was a house on it.
Sometimes it's cheaper. Well, the thing is, a lot of people are wanting to move out of the cities. I don't blame them.
Don't need it. There's who was it? I forgot exactly where it was. But I want to say it's close to the coast. Now I may be wrong. But this piece of land has been in the family for over 200 years. They're wanting to put up like strip malls and everything else out there, and they won't sell. But right there in front of their house, there is a major, it looked like a 4-lane road going through there, the whole 9 yards. And they showed the land itself without the highways. Man, that's beautiful out there. And the woman said, ain't no way she's going to sell it because she wants it to stay in the family for the next 200 years for her, grandyoungins and everything. And now they're talking about taking her to court so the state can get the land. And that ain't right.
You know, Jeff, you have on the title of your screen truck strike. We didn't even talk about that.
We talked a little bit about it. It wasn't that bad.
Oh,
That
no.
much. You know.
Yeah, that's Freight Waves. If you go to that, I can't post a link to it because
YouTube.
I'm not supposed to be a member of it. But if you just go to freightwaves.com, you can watch a video of them truckers coming in and out, loading and dropping off loads. I don't know who's not doing it, but there's still a lot of people unloading and loading.
Well, now, right as we was in the back room and everything, I was still going through, and I saw a thing where they said that the truckers who refuse to deliver to New York are being punished. And I didn't get into it to read, but that's kind of, I don't know.
Yeah,
but it does make sense, especially if you're hauling produce, because the produce, it don't wait. I don't care.
Oh yeah.
What time?
There's this one guy that's got 241 followers on X. Is one of the leaders of it.
Chicago somebody.
Yeah, Chicago Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Trump put that up there.
I hate to say it, the people who are, running this thing are big in social media. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but seems they're getting bigger.
Now, there are companies who are pulling out of New York on account of this.
Oh no, that's been going on.
Well, not like this.
Yeah, this has been going on. How long ago? It's probably been 2 years since I did that report on it.
I'm talking about there was a big company who was up on there today, and they said, seeing as how that judge did what he did to Trump, there's no way he's doing business in New York City.
Oh, yeah. These are this been going on that they've been moving out of Chicago area, or I should say Illinois. Not so much Chicago. It's a whole state of Illinois, Michigan, New York. A certain color states are all moving down south, and it hasn't stopped yet. And I did that like 2 years ago on that report.
Yeah,
I remember. At that time, I had like 40 different companies that were moving out of those states. So if it's still going on, imagine how many there has been in that much time.
Well,
a lot of them going to Arkansas, Texas.
Now, this guy I saw today, I want to say he was something like some type of financial banker or something like that. But he said that he's pulling all of his business out of New York since that judge did what they did to Trump.
Yeah. And the thing is, in order for Trump to appeal it, he has to pay it, and then he can appeal it.
Yeah.
How is that a thing?
But the point of the matter is he did it. Now, if he can do it to Trump, who's to say he won't do it to somebody else?
Well, the thing is, it's not the judge. The judge is doing what he's told.
No, the judge hates Trump, period.
No, it's trust me, it's somebody bigger than him that's given him an okay to do it, because it's meant for a purpose. They don't want him running.
Well, that's true too. I mean, we all know that.
And March he goes criminal charges to court for criminal charges.
Oh hell!
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
So his ballot's going to hang on this vote coming up, if he can run or not.
Well, that's the thing.
And it's being held in New York, correct?
I don't think this one is in New York. I think it's somewhere else. I can't remember.
It may be in Georgia.
Yeah. But the fact is, if they drag it out, I'm saying Trump's team of lawyers drags it out, and he actually can run. That's what the hope is.
Well, now I know here in North Carolina, we already got early voting going on. How about where you at?
Voting?
Early voting, believe it or not.
Oh, I don't do the early thing. I go when you're supposed to. But we have elections in March. It's not for the president thing. It's for other things.
Okay. Okay. There, Barney. My mouse is slow.
Oh
tonight.
yeah.
I think you done ate too much. No,
Well, it's kind of hard to talk about a lot of this stuff because you know there's the 3-letter agency that is still trying to get stuff on him, even if it's legal or not. Justice Department is doing stuff too. So you got all these, and
everybody is.
All this stuff is on top of him all this time, and he's still going to these rallies and everything. Which the rallies are meant for one. The majority of a rally is, there's two purposes. One is to get money, and the other is to get people on your side.
Right, to get votes.
Yeah.
But I can't think, not even in history, where any president has gone through more shit than Trump has.
Lincoln went through a lot, but times were different too. During that time, that was a lot of crap.
All right. Well, I said, no, I didn't say my time. I said through history.
I think like the first 5 or 6 presidents, it was rough back then, but it wasn't. I mean, like I said, the times were different. It wasn't like we had different groups going after people.
Right. Well, back then there wasn't no Democrats or Republicans. Back then.
Well, there were sides, but it wasn't as bad bad. It wasn't as divided as it was, except for when Lincoln was president.
Well,
we all know why, but
that's true. That's true.
yeah, there's a big reason why everything was divided.
Yeah.
But to sit here and look at everything going on today, that right there, yeah, that right there goes to show me one thing. That means that Jesus is getting closer to coming back.
Well,
Period.
the thing is, I think before the flood was 2,000 years, and then until Jesus was 2,000 years, and from Jesus to now, it's supposed to be 2,000 years, and then you're supposed to have 1,000 years of
peace.
Yep.
But it's like this right here, and this is the way I'm looking at it. Okay.
And I'm not predicting anything, by the way. It's
no.
It's just the way it is. If you go by time frames,
that's just the way that we're also thinking too.
Yeah.
You look at it like this. There's supposed to be what 3.5 years of peace. Then 3.5 years.
1,000 years.
No. Wait till I finish. Here you go, jumping the gun again.
Well, you pause, so I think you're done.
I gotta take a breath. I can't do like I used to. I said you got 3.5 years of peace. And at the end of that 3.5 years, that's when the two witnesses are murdered, and then that's when Satan comes into play for the next 3.5 years. Now, before that 3.5 years is up, Satan also gets killed. Then, and the way I understand it, at the Battle of Armageddon is when Jesus is supposed to make an appearance, and he gives everybody one last chance. But still, and then after that, it's when the 1,000-year reign of peace comes down. Now, that's the way I understood it. I may be wrong. Where Bigfoot at when you need it?
Well, he just did this on this is what his Thursdays are.
Now, didn't he also
Daniel.
do? Yeah, and he mentioned. I can't even go about getting started with this one. Let's say like the 7.5 years is not 7.5 years, is longer.
Oh, you're talking about the 70 years?
Yeah, 70.
Yeah, that was the Babylon part.
Okay.
That's already been a thing, because you're supposed for every 7 years you're supposed to let the ground rest, and they didn't do that for 10 years, so that was 70 years that they were off, something like that. And that was the time, and then that's when Babylon fell, basically.
Okay.
Or is no more. It's still there, but
Ain't that where they marched around the town and blew their horns for 7 days? Babylon.
I don't know.
Walls of Jericho. No, I'm wrong. So, we have been.
Yeah,
Anybody else go live tonight that you know of?
no.
What? You got any last words? Making sure
news.
you're.
I was just scrolling through the interwebs.
The interwebs.
Well, let's see. Tomorrow is Thursday. Dig Deeper Ministry. What at 8:00?
Yep. And
And
I don't know if I don't know if he's got it up there yet or not. I can check real quick.
now, is Vineyard Chicks, are they going live on Thursdays or not?
No, they don't go live on
Okay,
Thursday.
I didn't think so, but for some reason I got that thought in my head.
They go live on Sundays at 6:00.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, 6:00 on Sunday night.
Oh yeah, Bigfoot doesn't have it set up for tomorrow yet.
Oh, he don't?
Yeah, so I don't know. Just keep
Now,
looking, see if he's.
now I know they took a break from Saturday night last week. I wonder if he's still taking the break.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
And I don't know if I'll be live Friday or not.
Do you know what we did not talk about tonight, did Bernie?
Well, yeah, we did because you kept talking about it.
Oh, well, but we didn't carry on like we normally do.
No.
Yeah, I look at it like this. If it lasts longer than 10 minutes, then we talk about it.
Well, you talked about not having ice cream with your.
Yeah, peach cobbler, but that was it. You know, a couple of sentences. So, all right, I'm gonna call it quits, and I hope everybody has a good evening, a peaceful night's sleep, and I hope you well rested when you wake up in the morning. So therefore,
And no mice attacks.
No mice attacks.
That means no attacking the mice either.
Oh,
hey now.
If they get in the house after his plants, I guarantee there's going to be some attacking.
Well, it's definitely not in the contract.
I said it is hump day for the next couple of hours anyway.
I bet your
Now,
neighbors say, why do we always hear that noise on Wednesday? What is that?
I just said that, Grace. I ain't saying it again.
Hey, remember, you never really lose. Either you win or you learn.
Yeah.
I ain't never heard it put like that. But yeah, you
absolutely. I don't know. You're in a very dangerous profession. If you lose, you lose. If you know what I mean.
Oh, I'm dealing with all elements. I'm dealing with the electrical.
Oh.
I'm dealing with the rodent population. They're coming at me from all angles, man.
Yeah, seeing as how my eyes got opened up in the last couple of seconds, you are so right with that one. They ain't no cut, you know, do it all over again.
Yeah, it's hard to learn from your lesson if you grab the wrong wire.
Yeah, really.
where the learning comes in. You learn not to do it again if you make it through it.
Yeah. You learn not to come in next day. I quit.
Yeah. gotta
When I
hang
was
down.
doing residential electric, I grabbed the wrong wire and I looked at my boss man. I said, "Take me home." I quit.
I mean, it happens. You meet an electrician that says he ain't been shocked, don't trust him.
Now, PVC pipe tied now.
It's for tying up your tomato plants and stuff.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say something else. I wasn't going there with that. I had
got a 100 and some in there.
Oh wow.
And
Got more than enough.
I don't know
What
if
in
you
the
can see
world?
that. It's a drip system.
Oh, okay.
You
With
hook it
all
to
the
your hose
fittings
pipe.
and everything. Well, of course, half of them are green.
Now,
I mean,
where did you get that from and how much?
Timu, this was $6.90.
How many
Damn,
feet?
that bad.
50 feet.
Oh shit.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's plenty.
Yeah.
How much did you say it was?
$6.90 some cents. And
Yeah,
I got
$7.
the 6 foot by 4 foot, or is it 2 foot? I think it's 6 by 2. Raised bed.
Okay.
By
So yeah, you got plenty.
2 foot high. Yeah.
I'd have to build some longer legs.
It's a bag, a grow bag that you. So I'll probably end up building a frame around it just so it holds it. I don't see how it's not gonna, flop out in the middle, but
Oh,
who knows? And that's the thing. I gotta get soil before, if I got the van, because unless I stayed in the alleyway and did a
Something strange.
a wheelbarrow
in
at
your
a time
neighborhood.
to unload the dirt. Oh man. Is it, oh it I mean it's only one scoop, but that thing fills up the whole back end of that truck.
Vester, you so right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that out when I was about 13.
Man,
So,
you ain't awake, it'll wake you up.
Yeah.
man, try
but
peeing on the electric fence barefooted, standing in a mud puddle.
have you ever watched that show Naked and Afraid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I tried. Dixon
the
won't
guy
let me.
in the thought he had killed electric eel
Oh no.
and picked it up and was carrying it until it woke back up. The guy hit the ground before the eel did.
Yeah.
Oh
Them
yeah.
things give out a lot of volts, though, don't they?
Yeah. The cameras went out and all of a sudden said, "Oh, we had to cut the film and this and that and everything because we had to bring the paramedics in."
Damn.
Yeah. I think you can still. Well, I don't know. It used to be on YouTube. I don't know anymore, but that's the only place you could see it, because they ran it once and then it wasn't no more.
Mm.
I don't know. The guy was okay, but because he gave a thumbs up as they were carrying him out of the swamp.
Dude,
Mm.
I like watching it, and the girls are more manlier than the men.
oh,
Yeah,
dude.
some of them are.
There's so many of them where, oh, I'm so sick, I can't do anything. They're the ones laying in the shelter, and the girls going out there getting food and all kinds of stuff. And believe it or not, it's almost that way now. I mean,
Yeah, you're right.
because the girls are going out and working, the guys are staying home being taken care of.
Shit, the females nowadays got more balls than the guys do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, hell, back in our day, it was the guys you had to worry about. Nowadays, it's the females you got to worry about. Oh. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it,
Yeah,
and I'll catch y'all. Well, are you gonna live Friday night?
I don't know. Uh, I really got to get these seeds out and stuff, but
Okay.
and I've got so much stuff to do. I get in the garage. I got. Oh,
Well, we'll
I
see
need
you
more
Monday
time,
night
huh?
then. I said we'll probably see you Monday night then.
Well, I'll be on the Vineyard Chicks at 6:30. They always
Sunday
have me
night.
come in at halfway mark.
Okay. Okay. Oh. All right. All right. With that being said, everybody, have a good night.
Not everybody.